Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War. We have a very special episode for you today. An episode which will not only put into perspective some behind-the-scenes actions going on, but also nefarious things still yet to come. Before we begin, I want to point out that this Sunday, on January 24th, is the Iron City by Night season finale, starting 8 p.m. Eastern. You can see that on the side part here, as well as the schedule for Carrion Comfort Studio right over here. Today I'm joined by my two guest stars. Playing the role of Master Strange is Zachary Votto. Dixie Cochran, Dixie Cyanide, will join us at a dramatic moment. Master Strange.
Yes.
You have found yourself in a place much more violent and much more nefarious than you are used to. Leaving the confines of your home, the mirror dimension, you've wished yourself away to a realm of shadows, of darkness, of sinking, depressed feelings. You've traveled here many times before, but only for brief moments. Today, however, this is for an extended journey, is it not?
I prefer to not be here longer than I have to be, but if I must, then I must.
Master Strange finds himself looking for a way, a reason, an opportunity. With the Interstitial War now fully in effect and the first struggles of its chaos descending upon the world, he looks for aid from the past, a way to discover, a weapon perhaps, any sort of inkling or information that will grant him victory over the Seekers of Darkness. You've sent your 7 guardians that you have summoned out into the fray, combating across various worlds. You've taken victory on the first world, and the first key is yours. But you are worried. Still, are you not?
One key is not going to win this war.
Yes, very true. It will take all 13 keys. 13 keys of light, or 13 keys of darkness. And if you don't act with all your ability, you might doom them all.
Then act I must. There's no time to waste.
Master Strange, as you walk across the lonely beach, the waves ebbing and flowing in and out, it's silent, and the gossamer shimmer across the water is almost enchanting to you. You're alone, you think. You've been so for a very long time. However, something feels off. Something feels nefarious to you.
I keep getting a sense of this word, and I'm not particularly fond of it.
You think of your objective. You're looking for a place, an old place, that you believe long lost to the realm of darkness. A place of ruin, but a place of also hidden knowledge. Tell me, Master Strange, are you prepared to fight?
I'm prepared to do what is necessary to end this conflict and bring balance back to the multiverse, as is my charge.
As you think that to yourself, you see, is it a rip? A tear? crackling. Something's coming through. Something that has made this domain its home. But it's not a domain you remember. It's a new intruder. A new invader. Someone not meant to be here. Tell me, Dixie. What do they see? Stepping out of the portal.
Well, as far as I know, they see the mistress of all evil. Green flames.
Her power is immense, Master Strange. Definitely on par with your own. Is this the Master of Darkness that has risen up to summon the Seekers? Why does it feel so foreign?
I was expecting quite a few many things, but I don't believe you're one of them.
And who are you, young man?
You are too kind. I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. I am responsible for this dimension and all those around it, and you are intruding at the moment.
I can go where I please.
That's the choice, then.
Leaving where I was a choice. Here... I'm not sure where here is yet.
What name do we give to this new face?
Oh my, someone who doesn't know me already. My name is Maleficent. I am the mistress of all evil.
You know, with a title like that, it kind of leans me towards my job as opposed to talking.
You just said you were a Sorcerer Supreme. Surely we can be on the same side.
Hasn't quite worked out that way so far. It's the evil part. Tends to be a bit off-putting.
I cannot help the way I was made. I'm not here to do you harm. I merely seek passage.
Passage where?
Back to where I came from.
I think it might be back the way you came. If I were to hazard a guess.
Well, I've been trying that for a little while now, and nothing's worked out. Hopping from place to place, not able to find my way back. I do believe, though, I have tracked down the device that can send me back here, in this dimension.
I'm somehow not surprised.
What do you know of it?
Not enough, as it happened to be. I'm hoping that the reason I'm here is not also the reason that you're here.
What do you seek?
Something to stop evil and darkness.
Well, if you help me get home, then I will not be here anymore, will I?
Too true. Where is it you come from?
I'm honestly not sure what the name of Maleficent's home dimension would be.
It's the Enchanted Dominion, is the original.
Got it. Okay. I come from the Enchanted Dominion originally. That's why I'm trying to get back to, and where I have attained my ultimate power.
Game Master, is this a dimension that Doctor Strange is familiar with, or is this foreign?
This is foreign to you. Of all the worlds and worlds lost to darkness, this does not really ring a bell to you. Unless, would you like to give me a deep dive?
I think I would. Eight.
You may ask one question.
How can I get this one back to their home so I may continue my mission?
Well, she seems too powerful to easily put down. And, as it may be, she is offering a hand of peace at this time. Perhaps it is wise to do as she says, at least for the time being, with caution, of course. But if she's merely trying to get home, while that might not spell safety for her location, her destination, surely getting her out of this world would be prudent too.
You know, of all the dimensions in this great, vast multiverse that I monitor and protect, that is one I haven't heard of before.
Well, then you won't be bothering me there once I go home.
Don't believe I will. We might be able to help each other here. It's clear to me that you are not without a sizable level of skill and power.
That is true, young man.
I'll help you
Protect
find what you
dimensions.
need to get home,
Okay.
proving that it's not what I am also needing. And if it is, we'll figure it out from there.
What kind of a job is Sorcerer Supreme anyway?
One with the most responsibility and really none of the benefits.
Like a sheriff.
Intergalactic babysitter.
Intergalactic. How quaint.
To put a subtle flair on it.
Yes, Maleficent. He does feel like the others. The others that once stood in front of you. Although a bit older, maybe a bit slower, but definitely a lot wiser than those three.
So what do you say? I help you find what you need to get home. In the process, helping me find what I'm looking for. We get you back there, out of my jurisdiction. We call it a day.
It seems to work. Are you not interested in seeing what this little slice of the galaxy has to offer?
Not any more than I have to. I'm no stranger to here.
What do you know of this place? What's it called?
It's called many names. What I'm seeking specifically is a location called the Academy.
So a school?
We can call it that. Place of record. Records that I am in need of.
Records. Are you from this location? Is that why you're searching for records here?
Passing through. Like I said, hopefully what you're looking for isn't the same thing I'm looking for. That'll make things complicated.
Well, I'm
I
not
don't
looking
like
for
complicated.
records. You seem very complicated.
Yeah, we're not off to a great start, are we?
That's fine with me. I find you a very little consequence, actually.
As
That'll
if on
benefit me.
cue, you hear noises, swirlings around you, as if the presence and power of two great sorcerers and mistresses have brought forth something, lured it to its location. Yes, teeming out of the darkness as you see the black creatures rise from the shadows. Master Strange, Maleficent, you know these creatures all too well. Strange, you regard these as your enemy, the heartless, the ones that swarm out of the hearts of man, the hearts of world. Maleficent, You see these as your foot soldiers. They were annoying and useful at certain times, but now they're just being a thorn in your side. They swarm towards you both with purpose, the only power they seek.
I'm afraid you'll have to find me of a good bit more consequence than you were hoping for.
Oh, these rodents. They used to work for me back home.
What happened? Did they unionize?
No, they're easy to squash.
Fortunate. Game Master, I'm gonna try something just to limit the difficulty we've got going here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
As they're coming in, I'd like to cast some magic. In particular, I'd like to open a portal underneath them to just bring them not here.
All right. Go ahead and roll with mastery.
12.
Your arcane energy sprouts from your finger. It's simple. It's easy. With just a rotation, you drop several of them into the unknown, closing it. You split the forces in half, it seems.
I like our odds a little bit better now. What do you think?
I don't know why you're bothering with them. And she says that, and she is going to cast Dark Portal. And we're just gonna go somewhere else. Hopefully.
As the portal opens up underneath you, Maleficent and Master Strange, it is a maelstrom of darkness. It does not feel nice to you, Master Strange. It feels somewhat of a invasion almost. But her peace laurel is to bring you somewhere else. Do you accept?
I don't believe I have much of a choice in the matter. So long as we're staying on this plane, I don't particularly mind if we're not here.
Good, because we're leaving. And she kind of just like swirls her cloak around, green flames sprout up. Nowhere really in particular, just kind of closer to wherever she feels that she might be needing to go. She's kind of working on instinct right now. But just away from the Heartless, because they're annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I rolled an 11.
Awesome. Yeah, you do this with exceptional ease, and you both are whisked away as the darkness pulls you through. For you, Maleficent, it's a pretty simple journey. You've done it 100, 1,000 times before. Master Strange, it almost reminds you of the first time you ever received your power as the Sorcerer Supreme. But with a hint of just sinister like power to it. As you reemerge with a sudden jolt, Master Strange, I feel like you fall, taking a knee because you're not ready for it. Maleficent standing tall as she reappears. You find yourself on a tall cliff overlooking the beach. You can see the mass amounts of Heartless skittering around as if trying to see where their energy went, their source of food, or they simply begin to sink into the shadows once more.
Dreadful things.
Meet Trick. You know that they'll be looking for us again.
And?
Well, I'm certainly fine frog hopping all around this plane, but we do need to find out where we're going and what we're getting.
True. That was mostly just on instinct, so I'm glad I didn't put us in the middle of a mountain.
Well,
Little joke.
You do look behind you on the cliff and see a single path going through what appears to be a forest of black thorns and shadows. Almost reminds you of home.
I was gonna say, this just looks like a curse I did once.
I suppose we're limited on options unless you want to try rolling the dice again.
I can portal us all over the place if you'd like, but
No, that's the opposite of what I said I wanted, so...
might as well set off this way.
We might as well walk into the fairy tale. Just complete the image.
Lead the way.
As you walk through the path of darkness leading through the twisting thorns, you get the feeling that the thorns might be alive as they slightly move and shudder as you walk past them. Each one of their spiny appendages looking incredibly deadly. Transcending through, though, it seems it's definitely leading you somewhere. Upwards, even. And as you take a simple step or so, with each passing second, you begin to hear the sound of someone singing. A woman. It's not as much as a sing as it is a hum.
Well, I've gone from expecting nobody here to far too many visitors.
I mean, it seems like one other person.
That's what I said when you showed up. And now we're doubling.
Well, lovely. Soon we'll have an entire bowl.
Or an entire obstacle course.
You think I'm an obstacle?
We've already cleared that one.
No, have we?
We're not back on the ground fighting each other into the dark dimensions. So far we're over that hurdle.
Well, true. There is still plenty of time in the day, though.
I'll clear my schedule in the future.
Hmm.
But
Like
for
you're
now,
sassy.
let's see if this is another one that we can jump over. And I will continue towards the humming.
Yep. Following behind.
The humming only gets louder and louder. To you, Master Strange, it is not something you've heard before, but it does sound very beautiful. To you, Maleficent, it reminds you of a memory long ago. Memories are interesting things, aren't they? Especially across time. You generally get a little muddled when you go to a new place here and there, but every worldline, I should say, they all have similarities to each other, and then once you've seen one, you might as well have seen them all, to be honest. But this particular singing, you can hear it. The voice. Once upon a dream.
I swear, that dreadful girl is here.
You know the singer or the song.
I know the song. I know a young woman who used to sing it. When she was alone. Strangely, she also was in a castle surrounded by a wall of briars. Much like this one.
I'm going to guess that it's not a popular song then.
It's not it. But as you get closer and the humming intensifies, you can see the kind of source of the humming as a single spire of a castle remains. It looks like at one point this has been an entire castle, an entire battlements with walls and many rooms and many towers. But it seems that something has ripped it all apart, leaving nothing left but the single tower.
You know, when I said fairy tale, I was being sarcastic.
Technically, I am actually a fairy. Just not an annoying one. We don't have to go there. We can just keep walking. I'm not in the habit of saving princesses.
It's not the saving of princesses I'm necessarily concerned about. It's that I haven't seen this before when I've been here.
Yeah, well, maybe it followed me.
That, or there is always the possibility that this is what I'm looking for.
This is an academy.
Could have been. Looks like it's missing a few pieces, but you don't need too much to call a house a home, as it were.
Fine, go look. Let's go.
Sounds good. Maybe we travel my way this time, and I'm going to portal us up a bit friendlier than the last time.
Ugh, but it feels all light and gross.
It does. It feels like something icky surrounding your body as you pass through it.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
So,
Or cast magic?
yes.
All right. So on 7, you're going to pick one. So I'm guessing the one is going to be bypasses defense or has no intended consequences.
I mean, if you want to be boring about it, I could do that. Yeah, let's go with bypass defenses.
Okay. As you go through, maybe it's because it's the realm of darkness, or maybe it's because you're not really feeling it here, Master Strange. It's definitely any normal Guardian of Light or Keyblade user would feel themselves under immense stress. But as you kind of ceremoniously plop yourself into the top part of the tower, you find yourself in a room you kind of neglected to see that the tower was covered in thorns itself, kneeling for the top, and you feel one rip into the side of your sleeve, giving you a nice, decent cut on your arm. You may take 1 harm. Another suit you'll have to get repaired.
One of many.
You can almost hear the twins now yelling at you and moaning and groaning, as you always tend to do this.
Hazard of the job. Shall we?
Well, we're already up here.
Let's take a look for the source of this voice.
The source is pretty easy to identify. Sitting with their back to you, you see what appears to be a blonde-haired woman in a long, flowing blue dress. She doesn't seem to be any older than a teenager, as she's humming her song and spindling thread on a wheel.
I'm assuming I recognize her.
Of course.
Aurora.
You also know, kind of studying her, that something seems off. She doesn't acknowledge your presence. She hasn't, even though you've made quite a bit of noise. Her hair it lacks a certain sheen and shine that you were used to seeing.
I don't think that's the obnoxious little girl I know, but it looks like her. Aurora.
Looks like her, sounds like her, but something's different.
I kind of keep trying to get her attention. I'll like say her name a few times. Girl, will you quit your infernal humming? Just tell us what you're doing here.
And at that point, she stops, the spindle stopping as well, as she turns facing you. Her face with a blank stare that seems to burrow onto Master Strange. Yes, you can confirm it now, Maleficent. You won't be fooled. That isn't Aurora. It might take her shape, it might take her form, it might even have her voice. But that isn't the girl you cursed.
Interesting. Something's wrong with this one.
Say the least.
You, do you speak?
She speaks in a low whisper, but you can't hear her. She raises her hand and beckons you to come closer.
Maleficent steps closer to her, and he kind of crosses her arms and leans down, looms a bit. I said, speak, girl.
She kind of puts her head down, and you could swear for a moment you can hear laughing. And as she looks up, you notice the face on Aurora isn't her face anymore. And she goes and takes a swing at you. Will you please roll to defend?
Is there a number I'm looking for this?
Yes, you're just gonna roll a 2d6, so there's actually a move called roll to defend. Or defend from harm. So you're looking for at least a 7.
That's what I rolled.
Also, and you're doing 2d6 plus your light.
Oh, that's not what I rolled.
Okay.
Because my light is negative. So I rolled a 6.
Okay. So she takes a swing at you, and there seems to be some sort of sharp object in her hand. It catches you across the leg, just because you're so tall and imposing that she can't really reach you from where you're sitting, and you can mark a harm as it sputters, and you can feel the green flames kind of coming off you. It's not anything it's nothing serious that you can't fix later. The blow was cheeky more than anything. And as Aurora takes a step back, her appearance kind of fades, and you see, instead of Aurora, you see a figure in a black cloak, their face hidden in darkness, I should say. Looks like my disguise is even enough for the mistress of evil.
I knew it wasn't you as soon as you turned around.
Well, I've always told I had to get the mannerisms down a little bit better, but I did what I needed to do.
And who are you?
Look, mistress, as much as I would like to tangle and tussle with you, I'm not here for you. And the figure points at Master Strange. You could tell from the voice that you have a hard time pinning it down, whether it's definitely very neutral voice, like definitely very androgynous. You wouldn't be able really to kind of pin down a gender just by looking at them. Right. And she kind of looks straight at Master Strange. I don't know if you've heard of us yet, but we're inside of a little war here, and I feel like in the fighting mood, especially when one of the force's commanders walks right into our home.
You know, there's a habit we have back on my home. It's called monologuing, and it's a horrible habit. I'm going to cast Crimson Bands of Sidorak on them to hold them in place. That's a 14.
Awesome.
Double 6s.
Oh my god, yes, that's great. You easily and they get pinned to the floor.
Yeah, so I want to do that, and for the second thing, I want to heal one harm.
Okay, cool. And you heal the off of Maleficent or for yourself? I feel
myself
at
the moment, since I'm the one targeted here.
Not that much of a gentleman. You definitely you with one hand you bring the seeker to their knees, and with the other hand, you heal a wound from yourself. Yeah. Okay. I should have saw that one coming.
Probably.
Well, good thing about... I'm sorry to break it to you, Master Strange, but you're a little bit out of numbers odds, don't you think?
I like my odds pretty well.
That's why you always bring friends. And you feel a rumble strike the tower as the tower starts to shake. Looking outside, just for a moment, you can see 6 other robed individuals have emerged and are standing around. This is what we call a bait and switch. Mistress of Evil, if you just leave him right now and help us, I'm sure we can find a way to find what you need.
I don't know who you are.
We're on the same side here, don't you know? You're
not on any side here.
You're a natural denizen of this place. In your world, anyway.
What are you going on about?
This place, you brought it here when you traveled. This spire, right?
Not on purpose.
Please tell me that we're not going to have a problem here.
I'm not trying to have a problem here. You're the one that wanted to come in the damn castle.
Too true. Well, do you want to pull your little trick again, or do you feel like talking to the people downstairs?
I feel like lighting the people downstairs on fire, but no matter. Let's just leave.
Sounds great. Hey, thank you for demonstrating a bait and switch. I'd like to demonstrate something for you and your friends. It's a game we have called Catch, and I'm going to cast him out the window to them.
Wait! No!
Nope, that's an 11.
As he flies out, so restrained, I'm guessing, right? As they fly out.
Towards the people down below.
Struggling and screaming expletives all the way down, none of which I will repeat because this is a Kingdom Hearts game. But yeah, you can tell this particular seeker has a very, very foul mouth.
Rude. And that was an 11, so I'm going to heal a harm off of Maleficent.
Thanks. No, I don't have to.
And since I'm picking 2, can we go with hits more than one entity since we're hitting the people downstairs?
Okay, yeah, definitely. It is like bowling, as you see a few of them catch the seeker, the one you threw, and they kind of all scramble about. It's a little bit of chaos for a second, and you see like struggling as they break the bonds, and they go, "Charge them! What are you doing? Get them now!"
And then green flame.
That's our cue.
And we're gone.
The last thing you see before you disappear is a matter of blades, blasts, gunfires, and even a katana swinging towards you before you disappear from view. As the seekers kind of try to get to your spot and you're gone, we pan the camera over and we kind of see the one that you threw sitting there, and they all kind of look expectantly. I didn't think they would just run. Isn't that against the whole hero code or everything? And the other one goes, "It's no matter. We'll catch them eventually, as long as they stay in this place. Just keep looking. We can't fail our goal here." And yeah, You drop yourselves into what appears to be a new area. This place, it's flat like plains. You can tell, like, grasps, like, darkness has rotted this area. It looks to be almost like a large historical, like, Victorian era building. Modern architecture, like semi-modern architecture, obviously, but definitely has some age to it. Windows smashed out, though, bits of it falling apart, pillars tossed. And the only thing you see kind of greeting you is a sign that has been dusted over with soot a long, long time ago.
Go ahead and take my now ripped sleeve and just brush the soot off of the sign.
This is the place. The Academy, also known as Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. And that's where we'll take our break. Just a 5-minute interlude, and we'll be back with more Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War. And we're back with the Interstitial War. Last time, before we went on break, they had just arrived at the academy, revealing the sign. Xavier, School for Gifted Youngsters. The sign is worn, cracked in places. You know that this place fell to darkness a while ago, and with it most of the people.
Is this the academy you were looking for?
Yes, it is. Bit of a shell of what it once was, but hoping that it still has what I need.
As you as you walk across the school grounds that you at one point remember Master Strange visiting and seeing the mass amounts of students, of learning, of education, of warriors of light, now is hollow and bare, only for the kind of cold wind to play audience to. The stairs ascending into the academy, into a giant double oak door. The door is open, hanging so, one half of it blown off at one point. You've heard tales about the fall of the academy, but you were not there for it personally. You might consider that one of your failures in your trek against the darkness, but worlds fall, it's a natural conclusion in this place. Where do you go look first?
I figured I might as well start my way up at the top, so I'm going to try to find Xavier's office.
Linksmith, do you follow?
And I'll start talking to him too. Like, yeah, that's Sorcerer Supreme. How do you know this place? What was it for?
As the name suggests, it was a school.
Yeah,
for
I know
gifted
it's
youngsters.
Gifted in what way? Gifted like you and I?
Some of them. Others in other ways. They were considered outcasts back where we're from. But the person who took them in and taught them and trained them saw them as the next step in humanity. Wanted to give them as fair of a shot as anybody else. Brilliant man. Powerful man.
And his name was?
Charles Xavier.
Judging by the fact that he's not here, Maleficent, he can't be that powerful or that intelligent.
I mean, unless he just left. I'm not that judgmental. People can walk away.
Well, in this case.
Well, I don't know.
Walking may be difficult.
I do know something about being an outcast myself. What do you hope to find here?
Records of the war that our friend, the human dodgeball, hinted at before we exited. I'm trying to find something that can help end this war.
What is this war even about?
It's the classic battle. Light versus dark. Goes on for eons and eons across space and time. One always pushing the other back over and over again. Trying to find a way to break the pattern, if even for a little bit.
Master Strange, you would know that the Interstitial War, although as violent and as strong as it might be, is an end to that. A final fight. 13 keys in line. When all 13 keys are formed, regardless of whether they're light or darkness, the path to Kingdom Hearts will open. And in that path, only one will truly prevail. Double or nothing. The end game.
If I can find find the resources that I need to pull together what I need to end this war. Maybe we can finally be free of it for a bit.
It's no real concern of mine.
You're in the middle of it now.
And I will be leaving.
This is a war that doesn't particularly care where you go. It'll find you at one point or another. If we've crossed paths, you're not too far out of the way.
You said you've never even heard of where I'm from.
I haven't, but you're close enough to be here.
True.
This isn't a sword that somebody just sticks forward and does the damage. This is a wall of fire that just spreads out.
I'm good at walls
Hits
of fire.
everything that it touches. So, I don't know where you're from, but the war will catch up to you eventually, if it hasn't already. Unless we can end it.
That's the conversation you have as you head upstairs to the abandoned office. Papers strewn across the floor of curriculums and esoteric texts. A modern-looking library. The only thing left here is the discarded remains of a wheelchair.
Oh, Charles. I'm going to start looking through papers and books to see if I can find anything of what I'm looking for, records-wise, that can point me on the right path.
Maleficent's just gonna start kind of like poking around the office while he's like looking through there. Just, it's new and different and interesting. Maybe the arc is here.
So, starting with Maleficent, as you're kind of poking around, doing much more kind of general observation than Master Strange, she's specifically looking for information in paper. You can tell the interesting thing about this place is that despite it feeling so abandoned, there is a modicum of cleanliness to the area. As if there's still someone caretaking it, even to this day.
The sign outside was covered in soot, but have you looked around in here? There's not dust on the place. Shouldn't there be?
I'm not one to judge the eccentricities of this place, but definitely strange.
And you, Master Strange, as you're looking, you see, you don't necessarily find, you're looking specifically for something that maybe mentions Interstitial War or anything, but what you do find are kind of notes and journals and diaries of some sort that seem to be written in a signature, and not a signature, in a handwriting that you don't recognize. It doesn't look like the late doctor's, doesn't look like in his form or his script at all.
Somebody's been transcribing at my desk. What do the notes say?
The notes talk about finding this place. And there almost seems to be blueprints for some sort of, you don't know if it's a weapon, if it's an invention, if it's some sort of power source, but they all are annotated with something called the BA program.
Yeah, I'll pick up the blueprints and everything and just look them over, try to understand them.
It almost looks like an armor. A full body encased armor. The only mention of a name you can see is signed at the bottom of one of those pages. That's simply assigned Doc.
Strange indeed. I'm going to take this blueprint. I'm going to fold it up and take it with me, but it's not what I'm looking for. But I'm curious. Not here.
What about the rest of this academy? Should we keep
As far as I'm
looking?
aware, it's mostly dormitories and training areas, though. Come to think of it, I'll look at the blueprint again. Is the name Doc at the bottom?
Yes.
I don't know if this is the same name as the person that's here, but it reminds me of another doctor that was here for a while. I wonder if he has a study in this building. And I'm going to try to find Hank McCoy's study.
You don't necessarily remember exactly where the study is, but you know they remember the general area.
I'm just looking.
You're just looking through. Listen, as you're walking with him, you're kind of just your natural kind of aura and reading. You're kind of starting to get a feel for this place. Despite its overly destroyed exterior and its semblance of what once was a school, it's actually quite homely, and it looks nicer than any place you've been so far in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
If the Ark isn't here, then perhaps this would be a good home base, but you're not sure. And you do feel like there's a secret lurking.
I'm also going to deep dive, if you don't mind.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll for heart.
That was a very good roll.
Awesome. That's great.
I could look at my character sheet. Okay, so I rolled 12 when it's all added together.
Okay, so you can ask 3 of the listed questions.
Well, one of the questions I want to ask is my special one, which is, what happened here recently?
Ooh, what happened here? So as you kind of think to yourself, you know what? This makes perfect sense. Ever since you've been traveling to these places, and you've gained your ability, sometimes you're able to see these moments where you can almost turn back time for a second in reverse. And you do that to yourself in your mind. And you can see the ghostly shimmers of the students running about through the halls. You can see the ghostly outlines of fire spreading throughout the dormitories. People invading, pushing through, creatures of some sort. And one in particular, you see one of the robe seekers once more. Unless you think it's them. You're not sure. Their robe sort of falls away, and you see a woman of some sort. Whoever the woman is, she is immensely powerful. The fire and force is coming from her, and she is tearing apart the academy like it was a hot knife through butter. you can see a few people, including what appears to be someone in a wheelchair, going to what looks to be a closet of some sort. But then they never come out of the closet. They disappear. What are your other 2 questions?
I have 3 questions because I got that one.
Oh yeah, you just got that one for free. Awesome, great.
I'm going to do what here is not as it seems.
Okay. Kind of focusing in on as you pass by it, the closet, you kind of merely brush it open and aside, and inside of it you kind of see, you just see a normal kind of supply closet, but you know there's something more. You push through the illusion with your power, and kind of flames start to set it alight until what reveals to be a sort of once seen to be shiny, kind of lost its gleam metal door that's very easy to open up and leads to some sort of elevator-like device.
Okay. Let's ask, what is the biggest threat here? At least as far as I know right now.
The biggest threat, as far as you can tell, there's a power coming from down below, an immense one at that. But it doesn't honestly seem to be that threatening. If anything, whatever the biggest threat here is probably Master Strange amongst all. If he decided to just brawl you right here, that might be a problem. But anything else in this academy, you have a feeling you will be surely able to take it.
Okay, and I guess my last question would be, what can I use to further my goals as far as I know right now?
Whatever technology lies at the kind of bottom of this, even with the energy source, even though it kind of pales in comparison to what you are now, it would be useful in completing your goal.
So once she finds this place, she'll call out to Mr. Supreme. Solstice Supreme, I may have found something.
Huh. Elevator.
Someone disappeared in here during the attack.
Disappeared how?
They went in, they didn't come out. There was a woman
Elevators do
spewing
that.
fire.
Oh, there was fire.
I'm just telling you what I've seen.
Apologies, I thought you meant the technology that we call elevators. But if there's fire involved, that's a very different story.
All I'm saying is before we got here, a woman attacked this place. A powerful woman with control of flames. I saw the man in the wheelchair you mentioned.
Powerful woman, lots of fire, hurting Charles.
And other people. But it looks like at least one escaped, and I can feel something down there. Do you not feel it?
Feel like I do, but I'm certainly willing to be more certain.
Show me how this thing works.
It's a very dark magic. I'll gesture for her to step in.
That's the best kind.
It harnesses the forces of electricity and gravity to transport you from one place to another with a very simple incantation. And I push the button.
Are you saying this so seriously up until the point you push the button? Or are you...
Absolutely.
With a hum, it begins to move down.
I see you seek to make a fool of me.
It's a little nicer than the whole fire portal thing, but not as quick. I will give you that.
Is there elevator music? We're just sitting there like do, 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 do,
You know what? I would normally say no because I don't think it would. For X-Men, but it's Kingdom Hearts. There's elevator music. There's loading screen music.
It's playing "It's a Small World" very, very slowly in the background.
Yes.
Does Maleficent hate that tune?
Yes.
It's a very long elevator down. And then do you hear the ding and the elevator doors separate into a long kind of silvery metal hallway. Sleek and sterile, absolutely clean to its finest. Whatever the attack was, it didn't get to this place.
Isn't the safest place in the mansion. So something came down here to escape.
Someone, yes.
Then it's probably still down here, just the same as it was when it came. As for what it is, that's a different story.
I think it was just a young person, but oh, okay.
Even the young ones could get the best of you in this institute. Trust me on that one.
I don't think get the best of me, but all right.
I once couldn't find my cloak for 3 days because one little girl kept grabbing it off me and pulling it right through the wall when I wasn't looking. Over and over again. It's the little things. They'll get you.
Is your cloak the source of your powers?
Hardly.
So, she didn't actually get the best of you.
I like that cloak. A very strong friendship with that cloak. And I'll walk out of the elevator.
And as you do, you can see that the hallway goes down, has many offshoots of rooms. And the lights are still on. Like the emergency power has still been going on even for all this time. The most imposing door stands at the very end of the hallway.
This where our mystery guest went?
I told you they went into the upstairs door. That's all I know. I do feel the power though, so we should probably go in there.
Well. Let's see who we're meeting then. Is this one of the combination doors or is this just a big door?
It's a big door at the end. Like there's little doors on the offshoot that you can explore if you want. But if you're going straight for the big door, it's at one point it looks like it probably like, you know, it looks like one of those like eye scanning doors.
Right. So I'll walk down the hall with Maleficent. Are all the small doors closed or are they opened?
They're open actually.
Right. Then I'll be looking into them as we walk
same.
by just to see, take inventory if there's anything out of place, evidence that things went sideways, etc.
So different from what you would probably have expected, Master Strange. So it's not like labs or whatnot. The technology that are in this room is the walls are plastered with machines, dark purple hues and almost menacing looking auras. Like something has transformed this area down here. Someone has kind of been tinkering. Maleficent, as you look into one of the side rooms, you recognize one of the instruments in here. A particular looking coffin-like, human size machine coffin with just the circle part of it on the front cut out. It looks just like the thing you arrived in.
Oh.
Looks like the Ark.
Well, this is promising.
What's that now?
This it's the kind of device I traveled here in.
Oh, good. We got to the part of the agreement where we get your thing already.
I'm going to go examine it.
As you look at the controls, you see that someone has destroyed a lot of the machinery around here. And while the Ark is still in one piece and essentially able to be functioned, the power to it has long been cut and definitely does seem in need of some repairs.
Are you technologically inclined?
I'm a lot of things, but mechanic is not one of them. Shaky hands.
May have to find someone who is before I can get out of here then.
Maybe we'll be in luck, or maybe they're the ones that are doing all this. Or both.
There, also in one of the other rooms, there seems to be, and as you kind of look, you see one of the, there's like kind of little signs on the, like before you enter the room, and one of them has been scribbled over with 3 letters and a name. Ido. And as you look in, you see a kind of the armor almost that you saw before. It is kind of freestanding in the middle of the room, held up by harnesses.
Pull the blueprint out and open it up. Look at it.
The sleek purple and blue look vibrant. They look polished. You can see yourself in it. It looks amazing. You can, as you kind of look at the armor, you can see that there's like a helmet part. It's like a full suit covered head to toe, so you wouldn't be able to see. It seems to be kind of inscripted. Is a language, a different language of some sort.
And that's the part that's going to interest me, and I'm going to get closer to it at that.
Remind me, Zach, does Master Strange speak any other languages other than it's like English, I guess?
Inherently no, but he does have ways around that.
Okay. Would you like to cast a spell?
I would.
Go ahead and roll me mastery.
Yep. 10 exactly.
Awesome.
And with that, perhaps the Eye of Akamoto can show us the truth here.
You see it activates by turning and spinning. You hear the hum and the green kind of energy streaming forth. And the words once were German now appear to you. The phrase armor art displays in your mind. And you understand the second line. BA. The Battle Angel.
I want to try to extend this magic to get a sense of the other similarly colored machinery that has been littering this area, to see if there's some interconnectedness with it.
As you kind of scan, you can see everything has been kind of repurposed and kind of scrapped away, almost as if to add on to this masterpiece of an armor. Whatever this room for is for this armor and armor only. And you can see that someone has been kind of breaking down the equipment and repurposing it. Someone has been living down here and then has been making whatever this weapon or armor is. And when you kind of look through, you see that there's something else, a case that was kind of hidden from sight. In it is something that you recognize. You recognize its form, but you don't recognize exactly what it is or who it belongs to. As you see a futuristic, purple-plated keyblade that looks deadly.
One of those infernal things.
Yes, indeed. And I'm going to attempt to lift the keyblade out from the case.
You are that pure of heart, you are that light, that pure of heart, I guess you would say, if sometimes you doubt that yourself, but you are able to lift it up. It is heavy though. It's unwieldy. You don't think a normal person, even a trained guardian, would be able to wield this with any sort of prowess.
Examining it, and I'll deep dive if I need to, does this Does this seem like it's one of the blades that I'm seeking, or is this some strange creation in its image?
You can definitely tell that could be a weapon, a very dangerous weapon, but you're not sure if this is exactly what you're looking for. It doesn't seem to be the information. It doesn't seem to be the place.
But does it seem to be one of the key blades that I would need?
No, it's not one of the. Are you asking about the 13 keys?
Yes.
It's not the 13 keys, no.
Okay.
But even Maleficent could tell that. Actually, Melissa, you would know more at this point. Mm-hmm. You would know specifically, because of your time in Birth by Sleep, that this resembles the Keyblade armor that the original Keyblade wearers would use when fighting the darkness. It is a ward. It is a shield that will allow them to traverse darkness.
Seems to be
a useful piece of equipment, but not something I will be putting myself into.
No, this seems to be more of a facsimile of the real thing. And I will drop the Eye of Agamotto. But whoever built this obviously is intending on using it. And they're probably still down here.
Well, shall we?
Let's say hi. And we'll make our way towards the large door.
As you go to the large door, you see the door has actually been jimmied open at one point. The security systems no longer seem to work on it. Probably the work of whoever's been living down here.
Direct or showmanship?
And as you kind of push away the door open, you see there is a figure sitting in the familiar chair in the wide open room as you enter Cerebro. The spherical, it's a Maleficent. You see a huge room, like a huge hollowed out sphere with just a single chair kind of in the middle of it all.
Luckily, Dixie the player knows what this looks like. So.
And as you look at the middle, someone is slumped over in the chair, the familiar kind of large helmet sitting on them.
Oh. I don't know who that is, but that was not a good idea.
Well, let's go find out. Melissa just kind of starts striding over to the person.
Melissa, as you reach the person, you can tell that they're unmoving, but you can hear them breathing. The figure in it, kind of, you can tell just by looking at their skin, is old and kind of wizened.
They're alive, whoever they are.
I'll cross the bridge to the station to see who is sitting in this chair.
Did you pull the helmet off them?
I'll tip it back at least to see the face.
The face is not anyone you recognize. You see, it looks to be like an old man of some sort.
Is it the person I saw run into the door before, or is it a different person?
No, it looks like a different person. You can tell.
Okay.
The person is wearing glasses, like very tiny circular ones, and they have kind of a pointy nose and a kind of well-defined chin. Their hair, although they're old, is bushy and white, and they have some sort of mark on the center of their head.
What does the mark look like?
It looks like almost like a red indent, like almost like a crystal. And you can tell that on the jumpsuit that they wear, you see the words, the name Ido on there.
And now I will lift Cerebro off of their head.
As soon as you do, they kind of like give a big sigh and like very tired, as if their mind's coming back to reality.
You know, Charles always said this is not a toy.
I thought I could make it work for me. I could figure out what else I needed.
And you
There's
are?
a very small list of people that can make this work for them. And I'll put it on the console.
I'm Dr. Daisuke Ito. I've been here a very long time.
How long?
I'm not sure, to be honest. My world fell to darkness eons ago. This is the only place I could find that was safe from those Heartless. He kind of says, slowly trying to get up, but he stumbles a bit, falling onto the console of Cerebro.
Easy there. Easy there.
Is there anybody else down here with you? A young woman, perhaps?
You say a what? A young woman?
I thought that's why I saw her through the closet. Was that wrong? Yeah.
Oh no, so a woman did enter into the closet. There was like a few people.
Yeah, okay.
No. I thought I saw someone down here once, but I think I was just seeing things. Am I just seeing you? Have
Afraid not, Doctor.
Gone crazy? Oh no.
Well, that one's still to be determined. How did you get here?
Well, I tried to flee my world when it fell to darkness. I even tried to hop world lines, as it were. You see, I'm a scientist. My world didn't stand a chance. No redos, no sequels. You know.
And so you came here.
I stumbled upon this place. A utopia in this land, this realm of darkness. This realm of oblivion. Could you blame me?
You call a large metal room a utopia?
It's safety, and those things don't come near me. Neither do those infernal robed people. Plus, I can always hide down here. No one knows how to get down here. Well, except for the 3 people in this room, I guess.
You built everything outside then?
Yes. And before you ask, I don't know of the super weapon. I know that's what you're here for. It's what the others came for, too.
What others?
Those robed 13.
They did make it down here, or you ran into them outside?
I ran into them outside, collecting materials for my project.
Well, you're in luck. I'm not looking for a super weapon. Though it seems you may have built one yourself.
It's hardly functional anymore. I don't have all the required materials. I don't think I ever will.
Are you the one that took all the parts out of the Ark out there? The box. With the hole.
It was already destroyed when I got down here, but I did rip out most of the parts I could.
Can you fix it?
It would be a tough fix, but if I had the materials, I could probably fix a lot of things in here.
What sort of materials?
Metal parts.
This whole room is made of metal. Why don't you just...
Wiring. I need hearts. I need...
Wait, you say you needed Hearts?
Yes. That's how that room used to run. It's the energy source around here. That's how this room used to run too. That arc you look for, the get out of jail free card, well, they all used it to get out of this place when it was attacked and destroyed, I assumed. In doing so, they broke it on exit. No fuel. The arc doesn't go anywhere.
I kind of look at Doctor Strange and I'm like, I thought your people were the light side, not stealing hearts for energy. It seems like a me thing to do.
As far as I'm aware, this seems like something different. There has to be a way to power it back up. It's a machine. Strange fuel source, but it's still a machine.
If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be here. I would have tried to get out of this place a long time ago, but it's just too dangerous anything other way, and I need to keep my creation safe.
The Battle Angel.
Yes. So you saw my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
She's beautiful, isn't she? A warrior of pure light that will never falter. Motivations never needed to be questioned. Determination never wavering. The legends of old, the Keyblade Masters today couldn't even cut it. But I could build a perfect Keyblade Master.
It's incredible. It's powerful. And it's missing something, isn't it?
Yes. Unfortunately, the one thing I'm not is an expert on replicants and hosts. No, there needs to be a specific type of heart to power that thing.
It's hard to have a perfect soldier of the light when it doesn't have a heart of its own.
No. And finding a useful donor in this day and age, well, let's just say most of the people around here are wanting.
Can you have a perfect donor to make a perfect soldier of the light if you have to steal it? Seems at odds with your goal.
Counterintuitive.
Yes.
The path does not matter as long as the results are what they are. That's war.
It doesn't have to be.
Tell that to my fallen world.
Well, you can get it back, can you? So why would you want to make this one worse?
Yes, there's a possibility. I could find some way. Find someone to restore the Nexus. The Heart of the Hearts. Open Kingdom Hearts. But I'm not a guardian. So I'll have to build one in my place.
Lucky for you, Doctor. That is exactly why I'm here.
And her? You don't look like the type looking to spewing light.
I'm just trying to get home.
And where would
I
that
have
be?
my own goals to pursue. Realm of Enchantment?
Never heard of it. Different
Good.
world line, I assume.
Seems to be. Let's keep it that way.
She's a traveler, and we've helped each other get this far. I wanted to help her get home, but it seems that her ride is missing a few pieces. I also wanted her to help me find the tools that I needed to do exactly what you said. But again, it looks like we're missing a few pieces.
Yes.
So how can the three of us fix that?
Find a heart that's strong and willing. A heart that no longer has a body. A heart that needs a new vessel. Or maybe even a donor who doesn't mind giving it up for the cause.
I know quite a few people with strong and willing hearts, but they kind of need them where they are to do their jobs.
Look, this isn't about everyone getting their happy ending. This is about securing a happy ending.
This
weapon could destroy the Seekers.
Happy endings don't typically come from nuclear bombs, Doctor.
If we don't use the power that lies before us, the Seekers surely will.
Not if we don't let them.
They've been on the move. I've heard them outside. I've seen them. I've even seen some of them without their hoods. They're varied.
Recognize any?
None from my world. Although one quite similar to the way of my weapon. There's a girl amongst them. One with stark white hair. Another creature that seems to be pure chaos. And frankly, the other one almost resembles a clown.
Clown, pure chaos, and a white-haired woman. Well, I'm terrified.
I don't have all the answers.
I don't think
I'm
you have any
sorry.
answers.
I have more than what you've arrived here with.
That is true.
And you maybe know the key to getting me the heck out of here, so perhaps we should go look for some of these devices, items, parts.
Doc, I may be able to get you the mechanicals that you need, but powering up that arc or your battle angel requires resources outside of my purview.
Resources that you're not willing to grit. And then he turns to Maleficent. But you certainly could.
Oh, of course I could.
You have no qualms.
I've got qualms about some things, but not this particularly, no.
Bring me the power, and I'll send you home.
I'd say we have a deal.
He extends his hand.
Maleficent,
What? I said I wanted to get home. I'll find a donor.
we already know you haven't seen horror movies from the last time. Have you heard of making a deal with the devil?
Yes, that's what he's doing.
And he shakes it. I've long trusted the light. Like I said, it doesn't matter as long as the results are what I intend them to be. I'm sure you'll thank me one day. You're probably wondering what happened to your friends, right? You look at this place like you know it.
I've seen it. I've been in it, and I've met the people in it. But this place is not quite it.
The one that destroyed this place is among them.
A woman controlling fire.
Oh, it's much more than that. Once you hear her cry, it's all over.
The cry of the phoenix.
Come on. That's just a fairy tale.
Charles never used to think so.
Where's this Charles now?
Yeah. Where is he now?
I dare say we have an interesting journey ahead of us. I almost starting to give up hope. But who would thought I would find hope in such the darkest of places?
That's exactly where you look for the light. Hiding in the dark.
Perhaps you're right. Still, is there anything else I can help you with? I'm feeling a little tired and was hooked up to that thing for quite some time.
I'm trying to find a way to end this war. Your battle angel may be all that I have to do it. I was hoping to find records of the Interstitial War, but instead I found a weapon.
Yes. Looking for details. For a prophecy. Everyone knows the rhymes. Tell me, lady, my lady. Has he told you of the Interstitial War?
No.
It's a tale that's passed down to most of us. A child's story, but it works just the same.
And how is that?
First comes the day, then comes the night. 13 hearts of darkness, 7 hearts of light. The 13 keys, they say, to open Kingdom Hearts' might. Only war is the way through the heart and soul's plight.
It's that never-ending war of light and dark I mentioned.
I'm quite familiar with that concept.
They summoned, just like you summoned, servants of light. They, she, whoever the opposite to you is, summoned servants of darkness. Identity is a hell of a descriptor. If you take out the master, you could end the war in a whole swoop. But that would be required for you to know who that is.
Which is part of why I'm here.
Well, the answers you seek are not here. But I do believe I know where they might be.
And where is that?
On the horizon. If you follow it for days and days, eventually in the sea of darkness, there exists a floating fortress. I've seen it in my travels across this realm. I believe this is where the Master of Darkness is hiding.
Follow the horizon into the Sea of Dark.
What fun we'll have.
When your legs give out, when your powers wane, and when your hope drops, you're halfway there. Tell me. I know she has no qualms of leaving this place in distress, but obviously you have a safe stake in all this. Would you really risk it all? It's a suicide mission to go to that place.
It means the end of the war. then yes.
But be careful, the opposite is true, too. If the Master of Light falls, it's all over. It's like a chess game.
Then I'll have to move some pawns and knights around the board, won't I?
Pawns are a concept I am quite familiar with.
Is that how you see your guardians? As pawns?
That's how I see a lot of things.
You two seem to have more in common than I'd first thought.
Yes, a regular peas in a pod.
Two sides of a coin.
I've enjoyed this conversation, but please, leave me now.
As you wish.
I need to get my rest.
I'll back out of Cerebro.
Do you head back upstairs, both of you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Walking down, I'm stopping at the door to the Battle Angel.
A thought does cross your mind, Master Strange. You have the power. You could simply just take it if you wish.
It does. But I want a second opinion first. I'm going to focus on my links and reach out to Prince Caspian.
Okay. You get a crackle as the eye sparkle, like, kind of turns and shivers to light once more. And it's almost like a radio signal interference as you hear a voice in your head. Come on now! Faster! What is this wretched noise?
Caspian.
The wizard? Where are you? Why can't I see you? Is this some sort of magic?
I'm speaking to you from across dimensional rifts. I am possibly in possession of something that could turn the tide of this war, but it comes with a cost.
Cost we should pay. What is it? Where are you?
That part's not important just yet. The maker of this weapon tells us that the cost of this weapon is a willing heart to power it.
He's silent on the other end for a second. Go on.
Find myself of two minds. On one hand, it's a hell of a step to take. On the other, if he's right about the weapon's power, hence why I reached out to a soldier.
You are wise in order to do so. I could end this war right now if I just had the proper direction for it. But these seekers continue to evade me, and this quest that you have sent me on does not seem to bear fruit.
If I send the weapon to you, can you keep it for safekeeping until we determine the proper course of action for it?
You want me to babysit this weapon?
We're not quite ready to turn it on just yet.
I'll chalk this up to you considering great trust in me and understanding my importance in all this.
I mean, I could have called Max.
That dog creature wouldn't be able to do anything with it. Sure, he has loyalty, and sure, he has the mentality of a soldier, but he lacks the power that I have.
So then you will babysit.
If we deem this a necessary duty, yes. But I will not stop my conquering in my battle. I will seek these seekers of darkness, and I will wipe them out.
I have no doubt. And I will close the connection.
He just hear go, and wizard, and it just cuts.
I think we left the door open down there, and Dr. Ito.
That's all the response you get.
I hope you don't mind. We may have found a use for your weapon, and I'm going to attempt to portal the Battle Angel to Caspian ship.
Okay, to the gummy ship. All right,
Yep.
You're not going through it, right? You're just
I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it through.
Yeah. Go ahead and we're gonna say roll for that. Roll for cast magic.
14.
Oh, it goes off without a hitch.
Yep, and I will put the keyblade in behind it.
And it kind of drops safely, and you hear the surprised noise that Caspian makes, and then whatever his soldiers that he's able to kind of keep under his command.
Don't touch it if you don't have to. I'll close the portal.
Stealing.
I don't know if I'm going to regret that or not.
Where did you send it?
Suit of armor needs a soldier, doesn't it?
I thought it needed a heart.
Same thing.
I'd be surprised at how many heartless soldiers I've seen over the years.
Maybe the soldier can get it to the right place. Now, how do we get you out of here if that machine won't work? I'm not familiar with your dimension, but I could certainly try the same way that I just did here.
I'm not sure I want to go through that again right now. I think that we should try to get to the supplies so that Mr. Doctor in there can fix it.
Hi, what was he saying he needed again?
Metals, wires, hearts.
Wires.
You know.
Metals and wires and just so many pieces of technology. I think I may yet again know somebody worthwhile, and I'm going to attempt to form a link with who's the most technologically adept one that I know?
I can tell you, I don't know you like it though. You could talk to your engineers, the twins.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think any of mine are technologically inclined.
I could talk to my engineers, and I will.
It's like a ringing phone, and then they go, Zach, pick up the phone. Pick up the. Where's the phone? It's I don't know. Is that?
You're on speakerphone.
Doctor Strange, dude, where'd you go? We missed you. Yeah, it's Master Strange. Please come back. It's everyone's wondering where you are, and the first key got formed, and there's a lot of craziness.
I'll be back soon, but I'm gonna need your help really quick.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, dude, anything you need, we're here for.
Great. I've maneuvered something into Prince Caspian's hands. If you can connect with him, make sure that it's safekeeping. That'll be good. In the meantime, though, I'm in need of some supplies.
Yeah, whatever you need, we got it. You need gummy blocks, we got it. You need sandwiches, we also got it. You need well-off imagination, self-esteem, well, I got it. I don't know, but Cody here, and you hear like a wrench being thrown.
See, that last part, not the self-esteem, the metal sound, that's more my speed right now.
You need supplies?
Metal, wires. I'm looking over to Maleficent. What's we got?
Hearts.
Sorry?
I keep saying hearts, and you keep not seeming to hear me.
That's the tough part. That might be your part of things to reach to. But we're gonna need the metals and the wires and the tools.
Yeah, Cody, we need a shipment ASAP. Okay, I'll put it together. We're ask him where we're sending it.
You are sending it to the middle of the floor, and I'm going to start the portal process as I'm talking to them. So go ahead and grab that shipment ASAP.
And they you hear scurrying around as you see one of them, and like it literally leads to the room you're in right now, I'm guessing.
I'm actually gonna drop it over into the arc room.
You hear someone calling out from the arc room as if someone has just stuck their head through the portal. What is this place? It does not feel good whatsoever. Zach, get your head out of there.
Yeah, supplies only, no body parts, please. That was also a 13 on that magic roll.
Oh, that could have been bad if that was a low roll. As Zach has to stick his head through, yeah. You hear clanging as stuff starts to get tossed in there, and you hear Cody yelling like, Zach, no, a little bit of softness, you're gonna break stuff. Come on, he needs it ASAP.
For a secondary effect, I don't know how this would help, but I'd like to have the magic open something at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know if that's more of a metaphysical sense or not, but
because you're kind of like you're opening a portal. You know, it's the deal.
We'll count that then. All right.
But yeah, it stays open for however long as you want.
Perfect.
Because of what you rolled. And then they start to get ahead of like throwing stuff down there, and they're like, "You sure you want us to throw stuff down there, sir? It seems pretty dark. Where are you at again?"
Right in the middle of it. And needing to get out.
Okay. All right. Sir, I know you left something. What? Wait. If you left something with Prince Passian, why didn't you just leave it with us?
He's a bit more mobile at the moment, and I feel like if we have to use it, might as well be with him.
Oh yeah, give the mean guy the big old weapon. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Zach, shut up.
Trust me, kids. You wouldn't want me to give it to you.
I'll trust you on that one, Master Strange.
Your name is actually Strange.
Stephen Strange. Doctor.
Dr. Stephen Strange.
That's a strange name. You hear calling out from your connection.
You have children working for you.
Yep.
I thought you said you were one of the Light Warrior people.
They volunteered. Not slaves. They're working for good. And of their own accord.
I've only ever really known one Steve, and I didn't much like him, so you seem...
Well, I've known no Maleficence until now, so clean slate. Are we all good, boys?
Yep. But just give us a few more minutes and we should be good on the shipment.
Excellent. And I'll look to Maleficent. But you're going to be the one in charge of the final date.
Of course. That's right in my wheelhouse.
Master Strange, should we be telling the others what's going on?
Let them know that where the weapon is gone, and let them know that I'll be returning in time.
Oh, okay. All right. And if they ask where you've gone, just say in the middle of it.
In the middle of it.
All right. Be careful, Master Strange. I don't like the feeling of this place.
Me neither, boys. And I'll close the link and the portal.
Oop. And with that, you've kind of set yourself out for a new course. for a new plan, for a new route. Maleficent, you didn't find you found what you were looking for, but not exactly in the state that you wanted it to, but this new place is a little more interesting than you thought.
And she does have the tools to leave. All she has to do is the final step.
And with this doctor seemingly under your thumb, perhaps you can further your plan even more here.
Mm-hmm. If I choose to leave.
If you choose to leave at all. You know what they say. Home is where the heart is. And Master Strange, you've discovered information you weren't ready for, but you've tackled it all the same. And although some might question the intentions behind your actions, or rather your actions fueling your intentions, you do know one thing. That's gonna take all your being and all your resolve to end this war for good.
And I'm going to have to find the next place to do that.
And I think that's a great place to end our vignette for now. With we pull off and we see the academy in the distance, circling it, pulling back even more, to cutting to a scene with 12 people sitting around a table in hoods. You missed them? You couldn't catch them at all? Look, I tried. I didn't expect them to run. What sort of wusses run like that? Seems to me that you underestimated them. Maybe it's my turn now. Yes, we will handle them well. Just focus on your mission. Make sure that island falls next. We need to stop these guardians where they were, and don't underestimate them. Send 2. Like I said, we'll be fine. We're not gonna have the same fate of Dr. Facilier. You know, and then kind of a woman's voice calls, you know, I warned them. I told him he wasn't gonna be able to do it by himself, but he ignored me anyway, and look where that got him. Not like you would have done any different. Oh, a little bit smarter than that. And we cut back to a lone gummy ship, now nearing the end of its journey to its destination. And we see Ben Solo, we see Alpha, we see Sarah, and we see San and Moro all cramped together in the ship. And they all have one consecutive shiver, as if something really, really bad is about to happen. And so ends our chapter in Kingdom Hearts, The Interstitial War, episode 3.5, Beyond the Beach. I want to thank my guest stars for joining me on this very special episode, as well as for providing some excellent costuming. It was amazing, the production value that we were able to get across this day, as well as the viewers who stuck around and watched us through this little thing, as well as my cast members who also stayed and watched. This was excellent. I had so much fun today, and I hope my players did as well. And
Yes.
Before I get to the ending thing, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and plug their stuff, since we didn't get to do that at the beginning of the game.
Hi, I'm Dixie Cochran, and Dixie Cyanide on most social media. I work for Onyx Path Publishing, as a bunch of you probably know. I'm also often hanging out in the Gehenna Gaming Discord, and I will be at Virtual HorrorCon here in a few weeks, doing panels, playing games, having a good time. So come see us. Come hang out.
I'm Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter handle underneath my title over there. You can usually find me on ATL by Night, at Vampire the Masquerade livestream, actual play, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can also find me on Level Up TTV playing Vancouver Adjacent by Night on Saturdays. And you can also find me on typically whatever Gehenna Gaming wants me to do. I'll probably be at Virtual Horror Con. Stuff hasn't been announced yet. We'll see. But if so, I'll see you there.
And everyone, I, as always, as your game master, Nick Francia, also known as @Nobleman Nick. Go ahead and follow me, subscribe, follow the channel Carrying Comfort. My usual job is over on Gehenna Gaming as a stream producer over there. And the next time I'll be on stream will actually be tomorrow night for the special Contagion Chronicle game, part 2 in the series, rerunning Geist, the Sin Eater. Yet again, thank you so much, Dixie Zach. It's always a pleasure. I always know you guys are up for anything, and you did so amazingly today. And the reveal and the surprise of Dixie's costume was one I hope shocked everyone, because we tried to keep it as under wraps as possible.
Yeah, I think I told 2 people, like my boyfriend and Meredith Gerber, like if she asked. And I was like, I'll tell Meredith, like that's it.
So definitely catch us back next week when our usual cast will be back on. But as you can tell, probably guess, this is definitely not the end for Master Strange or Maleficent, and we will see them again in the near future, possibly very soon. So with that, the night is closed. I'll let everyone a chance to sleep the rest of the little heads, and I'll be jumping in the Discord to discuss the episode if anyone wants to. You all have a great rest of your night, and also be sure to check out Iron City by Night season finale starting on 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, January 24th. Is sure to be something exciting, as well as the other studio schedule we have on the other corner of the screen. Good night, everyone. Have an amazing day, and keep your heart bright. As I go to try to find the ending. Oh no.